Ralph Peterson, I'd say joy. You know, I don't think I know anyone else who brings that same energy and optimism and zeal for life that Ralph does.
Ralph Peterson, Chairman and CEO of CH2M Hill, is one of the most respected and admired international corporate leaders. While his business takes him around the world, it's his Missouri roots that sparked his interest in engineering.
I grew up on the banks of the Mississippi River, and looking at that river is what inspired me to want to be an engineer when I grew up.
He attended Boise State and Oregon State before getting his master's at Stanford University.
And I was intrigued by CH2M Hill because it had a reputation as being a difficult place to get hired. So as a challenge, I decided I'd try to get hired on there, and was lucky enough to escape their normally more careful safety net and got hired in November of 1965.
Ralph's ability to put engineering technology to work to help build a better world is really evident.
Well, certainly one of my proudest accomplishment is the successful cleanup of the former nuclear weapons plant at Rocky Flats.
They deal with major problems like clean water and the environment.
They are definitely the environmental leader in the United States and in the world.
Ralph also worked on the White House initiative, Technology for a Sustainable Future, during the Clinton administration.
He's got to be the worst Republican. He's a registered Republican. He supports a lot of Republicans, but he also supports a lot of Democrats.
My life has always been defined by a focus on issues and good outcomes, and a focus on what is right instead of who is wrong.
As his career at CH2M Hill moved forward, Ralph quickly became known throughout Colorado as a go-to man to get things done.
You don't want to try and run a city as big and complex as Denver without making sure that some of the smartest people on the planet who happen to be in your community are offering their assistance. You don't take them up on that offer.
And Ralph is the hardest working guy I've come across lately.
You know, I don't know anyone who gives more than Ralph Peterson.
If we could only have a couple more people like this step forward, this is going to be the easiest job that I've ever undertaken.
He acts as a mentor. He's involved in philanthropic projects throughout the city.
He was invaluable during my presidency in helping guide the school.
But through it all, Ralph has also learned that you can't take yourself too seriously.
Oftentimes when we're talking about the university and some of the projects of the university, he uses the term the mothership, and he uses some space terminology.
He has an attitude about how to deal with life that is, unmatched in anyone I've ever known.
He has had to fight cancer.
He says, I'm going to beat it into the ground. And I just looked a little shocked, and he says, come on, you got to beat these things. You got to beat them. And then he kind of looked at me and he says, nobody likes a whiner. So,
we're all very proud of Ralph and pleased that he chose Denver and Colorado as the community that he wants to live in.
Ralph Peterson is the real deal. He is a treasure for Colorado.